What's up, you guys? Today I want to do something that's going to be kind of fun and maybe a little emotional and all the things, but I want to do a listening to Weeping Angel reaction video. I haven't listened to Weeping Angel from start to finish in a really long time because it's an emotional roller coaster, and I'm going to do it with you guys today.
You say it's something in my eyes. My lips red like rubies, white and ruby cherry pie. Two ties, skin tight, crisscross, cross-stitch. You corset down my back, and I peel you up like that. You're too tight, skin tight, untie, goodbye. I might kiss you good night and sing you a lullaby. I'ma put this to bed.
Let's get into it. Corset. This song, I just did a whole video about this. You can go check it out. Corset was the very last song we put on the album, and it's the song that starts the album, which is so special. And it's the oldest song on the album, which is also crazy. I wrote this song a few years before we put the album out, and I was just feeling this feeling of when you just want to pull somebody off of you, and you're just ugh, you feel like a corset that I want to take off after a long day. And then I end up calling you back. But this song starting off the album was a no-brainer to us. It's just that opening sound is so big and so captivating, and it just really sets the tone for the album. Okay, let's get into the next song.
You look like moonlight to me. You feel like moonlight to me. Make the stars too small to see. The grounded ones don't shine like you do.
Okay, I want to get into this. So when I wrote Twin Flame, I started to write this love song about falling in love with the moon and having me leaving my man here on Earth for the moon. And then I had this realization of iyla means moonlight. What if I'm talking to myself? What if I'm talking to my higher self and I'm leaving this person in order to connect with me again and find myself again? I don't think I've ever talked about that. Anyway, back to Twin Flame. Basically, I am my own twin flame, and I'm calling upon myself to come save me from the situation I'm in.
Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me. Shoot fly, don't bother me. Unless you pledge allegiance to my love. Pledge your allegiance, give me some reasons. Drop to your knees, wanna know that you mean it. Yeah, I was wrong, oh, but you were worse. Yeah, you blew it, go get you some Kleenex. Yeah, you blew it, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Pledge. Pledge is one of my favorite songs on the album, no question. I love the confidence in it. I love for women, the just get on your knees and pledge allegiance to my love, or this is not happening again. I just love that. If this was someone else's song, I would love to put this on and just feel confident and feel good. It's really important for me to make a video around women, around all kinds of statistics, about what it is to be a woman in this country and a woman in the world. I really wanted all of the numbers in this video to be a wake-up call to anybody who's watching it, in case you didn't know, that in this day and age, in 2026, this is what is happening, and this is how it is to be a woman in America. So me as the Statue of Liberty in my own little way, and really trying to showcase something that's really important to me, especially when it comes to the targeting of women's bodies and laws around that, as well as things going on in our medical system, and basically the lack of care, the lack of love, the lack of attention in this country. This is one of my favorite parts of the song. So I'm curving that ass like a BBL. I do the swerving now. I do the serving now. Shoot. Shoot. That was another thing I wanted to talk about, was the pressure on women to have a certain body type, societal pressures, eating disorders, and just the way that we have 100% been told to view ourselves and trying to break those cycles. Overboard, here we go.
Try to be modest, to be honest with that modesty. Really, I just want you here on top of me. Swear it's gonna feel like you hit the lottery. I'ma have you begging me for more. Tell me, are you sure? More, begging me for more. Ready to go overboard.
Overboard, let's talk about it. Overboard is just my kind of record, like the kind of song I want to put on when I'm driving. We made this song really long and nobody wanted us to have the song be this long. But Cadis and I were adamant we wanted this song to be an over 5-minute song that you put on in the car, that wherever you want to listen to it, and feel those classic R&B melodies, those classic, sexy vibes. And Overboard, I feel like Overboard is a favorite from the album, and I think it's because it's really just that bread and butter that just, it's like easy listening and just all the feelings. Okay, so this next song is so special to me. I always wanted to touch on this kind of idea that spirituality and sexuality and self-love and all of those things can really coexist together. That ultimately, if you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, like, we were created to be here, to live, to find our purpose, to tap into our highest selves. And this song to me just is so beautiful, and I'm so proud of this one. Let's listen to it.
Close the door for this rendezvous. Can't let them see us do the things we do.
Another thing about this song is that I was really intentional with the vocals to have the first verse be really soft and the second verse to come in and be like just this like angsty like cry, and I'm just really proud of this one.
A breeze in the trees, you and I was only 19, you were 25, but like the birds and the bees, I knew when to fly. Yeah, I used to roam free till you caught me, then you begged me to stay, but I gotta get on my thoughts now, get on no flock now, bluebird gon' fly away. Thought you could break me, thought you could cage me.
Fun fact, that last part, the bluebird gonna fly away part, was actually added. This is so like a Cadis and me thing to do, but right before we turned in the album, we added that part. We changed that whole part basically, and one of our favorite songwriters to work with, Iyla, she went in and laid some ideas down because we just were not feeling the pre-chorus and what that was. And I happened to be in St. Louis at the time, and we rented a studio, and I went in and FaceTimed Cadis, and I re-recorded that whole part, and then we turned the album in. I would rather go back to the wild. This Rumi quote is so
Whenever
special.
sorrow comes, be kind to it, for God has placed a pearl in sorrow's hand. Rumi.
Rumi is a really big part of this album. I've always been a fan of Rumi's poems. I think his view on love, his view on loss, his view on basically what it is to be a human being is so transcendent of time and space and everything. It's like the most incredible thing to me, to dive into his work. And so there's a lot of his work in this album, especially around grief and loss.
But not today, not today, not today, not
This song is really special. I
today.
get a lot of messages about this song as well, just because of the nature of, having something that tells you like it's all good if you're not feeling your best at all times. Like, you can't, sometimes there are days where you just can't like find the good. And even if you know that you will get there at some point and you will get through this hard time and all of that, like, you need to be able to just say, like, not today. I wasn't going to do this one because I don't listen to Blue Eyes ever, but for the sake of the wholeness of the album and of where I was at, I will listen to a little bit of this one, I think. We'll see.
I can't commit anymore, 'cause I lost the world in my arms. Now half of my heart is wholly lost. The old me, 'cause you're gone and free, but it's still haunting me. If I could steal one more moment, I walked you home, and it's so hard to breathe.
Okay, I'm probably not gonna do this one just because, yeah, and I definitely can't hear the end with her voice. Blue Eyes is so special. And I'm really glad that this song is out because I think it connects to people who've lost someone. It's very honest. And for me, it's a song I just can't listen to yet. But yeah, my little heart and soul is in that song. If you've lost someone, maybe listen to it, just because it connects to that. And if you want to hear my mom and her beautiful voice, there's a voicemail that she left me when I was at a video shoot at the end, and you deserve all the love that she has, that she's talking about in the end. And anyway, I can't even think clearly right now, but next song.
Let's join hands, boy, bow your head, wrap your arms around me, tight as you can. Let's join hands, don't let go, like I'm lost, come find me, and hold on.
Join Hands is the perfect song to come after Blue Eyes because it feels like this wave of love. It feels like this wave of like, I don't know, almost like that feeling if you've ever like been in nature, you've been in church, or you've been somewhere where you just feel like this, like, I don't know, this like earthly and spiritual all at once feeling of just community and love and like a hug. Yeah, takes you to church a little bit in whatever that means for you.
Don't preach to me, just make me raise all my hands. We'll love each other right, like a second chance. Let's join hands. So you know I should like I don't give up. Are you feeling cute? Shiny and polished new.
This song just makes me feel so good.
You might be mine too. Are you feeling cute? Face eyes go round the outside, shiny and polished.
I wrote this song about really like all the emotions I was going through, everything that I was going through in life, that it was still okay to put on a cute outfit, to go out, to feel community again, to feel love, to get ready, to put makeup on, to put my little veil on, like whatever it was. So my mom got to hear Strut and she loved Strut, and so that always like just makes me so happy. She was born in the 70s and like she just loved disco, and it just makes me really happy to hear it. And if you were on tour, you saw that I did a really fun thing with the walking pad, and I like strutted on the walking pad, and that was so fun, and I just love the crowd reaction every time. This song makes me happy. Okay, let's get into Cotton Candy Clouds.
Biting on my bottom lip, as my eyes roll back to me, my mind. Your vibe, I can't get over it.
This song reminds me of almost like Juice of this album. Like, it's just fun and free and like I wasn't looking for you and here you are, and this love feels like colorful and fun. And these vocals go crazy. Fire when we're together. Riding on my curves like a train. Cotton candy showers like the taste. Ooh, so sexy. Running through your mind like I'm praying. Make you pray. Okay, let's get into the next one, which is one of my favorite songs on the album. I am no saint boy, you're just a playboy. Angels can't see that messy little heart, keep it secret. Thought about us earlier. I didn't get the love I deserve. You played yourself when you met her. Now I no longer sleep in your shirt. Wanted to tell you off, but you're not worth it. Now I'm out here stepping like I found my purpose. Killing it every time I go out the door. Skating on this is A's vibe. I love this song. I love this song so much. See me, want me. Give me, touch me, feed me, flood me. I am the Boogie Man. Beautiful Boogie Man. Let me be your favorite nightmare. Close your eyes and I'll be right there. Oh. I am the Boogie Man. Beautiful Boogie Man. I love how Boogie Man is so... the lyrics, like, this is a Mos Def song, and basically this is like a cover of that song. And these lyrics are so simple and so dope and so like creepy crawly and all these feelings, but then the delivery is so soft and pretty that it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it makes up what it is to be a human being. Like, it touches on both sides. And as you know, if you know my music, you know I love to do that. I love to highlight a dichotomy. I want to talk about, now that we're getting to the end of the album, I really want to kind of tell you about this album to me as a whole. First of all, I think this album is incredible. Like, if this wasn't my album, I would love it, and I'm just, in the most humble way, I'm so proud of this. Like, I am so happy this is mine, and I feel like this album dives into every little crevice of the heart and touches on every side of my journey with spirituality, with my journey with myself, self-love, and grief, and everything in between. And women, right now, women in the past, witches, and people who were discovering things and making life better and helping people, and being targeted, and the women who stand today in solidarity with each other and who fight for this world to be better, for generations to come. Beautiful, spiritual, enlightened, incredible woman that my mom was, and my legacy, her legacy through me, and all that I create, everything that you ever see of mine is her. And I'm just so proud of this album and what it means to me. Thank you for listening. Let's listen to the end right now.
Though, as I've said, little is known today, the actual practice of witchcraft in 17th century New England, superstition, fear, and jealousy drove the Puritans to accuse their friends and relatives of consorting with the devil. Ranging around huge bonfires, repeating vindictive chants, they consigned the poor creatures to the flames. The tortured souls cried out in agony as the flames mounted higher and higher. Burn, witch! Burn, witch! Burn! 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 Burn!
If you went to my tour, you'll know that I actually start the tour off with that clip, which is from a film. And yeah, what a full circle moment. Thanks for listening, you guys. Love you. Go listen to Weeping Angel.